What's going on? Today is my 26th birthday. So for today, I'm going to be doing a video on 26 things that I've learned in 26 years. So let's get stuck into it. I think this will help you out a lot, especially you young blokes that are watching. Now, first thing that I learned is, by the way, these aren't in order. I've just rattled them off and done 26 things that are pretty important to know. Freedom starts by avoiding the traps they lay out and push on you early days, e.g., buying a house, going to uni, getting in debt, these types of things. One of the main things in order for you to live the life that you want is being able to avoid these mistakes, guys. The universe, the fucking society, the system is going to push you down these paths in order to trap you early, and it's super important that you obviously don't get stuck into that. Second thing, fear and shame are the main tactics they use to control you. Once you understand this, you can make decisions accordingly. Now, whenever you have certain beliefs on certain things, a lot of the time people are going to throw fear in the mix, or they're going to shame you and things like that. Just basically see this as a good sign when that comes, that you know you're on the right path, you're doing the right thing. Fear is going to come no matter what. And this is going to be the main thing that keeps you stuck where you are and not doing the things that you actually want to do, the things that you truly desire. So try your absolute best to ignore all the bullshit, follow your gut. 3, if you don't say out loud the things that you actually believe just to please people, you will never attract the right crowd or woman. Guys, if you have certain beliefs, you think a certain way, but you keep it to yourself, or you only tell like your really close friends, you're making a big mistake. If you want to be around the people that you actually enjoy being around, and you have, and you're all like-minded, you're only going to be able to do that if you put yourself out there and you actually say the things you believe. And not only that, if you want to actually be able to attract a woman that you enjoy being with and get along with, if you hide your true self and what you truly believe in the beginning, you're making a big mistake there. So obviously you end up attracting the women you want in the beginning if she knows who you actually are and what you actually believe. 4, practicing presence is the number one skill any person can learn. I truly believe this. If you pick up the book, The Power of Now, and you start meditating, regularly, this will be one of the best things that you've ever done. Now, and the human mind is so susceptible to thinking of past, thinking of future, and this truly fucks us up, guys. It's irrelevant. All that matters is right now. And through meditation and presence, this is something that you can learn, a skill you can build that just overall makes your life so much better. Whether it's confidence, whether it's you sticking to your goals and not thinking about where you are and just enjoying the process. These types of things, you're going to enjoy your life so much better if you learn this skill. 5, online income is a must if you want true freedom. I don't care what you say. If you aren't at least figuring out a way right now to suss online income, you will forever be working a job and be stuck in your hometown forever. If you want to travel more, you want to travel full time, these types of things, you need to start putting some time aside on how you're going to start making money online. Whether that's a remote job or whether that's an online business, I don't know. Pick one. At least you have the freedom to be able to kind of just be wherever you want. And ideally, that's what you want in a perfect world. Now, the 6th one is the world isn't as scary as they made you think it was. I remember when I was younger, I was just so scared to travel. I thought the world was so scary. Basically, it was shitting bricks every time I'd go to a new country. Just, the fear of the unknown. When you start watching the news, listening to other people, don't buy it, guys. It really isn't as scary as you think, especially when it comes to your third world countries, especially when it comes to Latin America, places like this. Ignore the bullshit. It's not the case. 7, building your personal brand is the number one way to attract the network you want. If you're a guy out there and you're really lacking in terms of, your networking, you want to hang around more like-minded guys, the best thing you can do is build your personal brand. Whether that means just posting on Twitter, that is honestly enough. Just post your thoughts every day. Eventually, things are going to click and people are going to want to hang out with you. They'll actually be coming to you instead of you having to come to them. Number 8, feminism, weak men, and the rainbow community destroyed the West It's no longer beneficial for young men to live there anymore who want to grow. Guys, I truly believe that this is true. If you are a young man out there, you want to make moves, you want to follow your goals, you really want to grow quick, the easiest and best way to do it is to leave the West. It's too hard to get ahead. You're around very bad energy. The women are shit. Most men don't have big goals, so you don't even have a good network around you. And, things are just getting worse and worse there. So I would be planning your way out ASAP. Number 9, learning a language was the hardest and most humbling things I've ever learned or done. This was super difficult and probably one of the more rewarding things I've ever done, to be completely honest with you. I don't recommend learning a language unless you're actually going to live in a country where it's, a must. But yeah, honestly, definitely recommend it if you're coming out to Latin America. It just opens up a whole new world. It really just makes you more of an interesting person. 10, if anyone is giving you advice, look at their life, ask yourself if you want it. If not, nod your head, say thanks, and ignore everything they say. Constantly in life, you are going to have people giving you advice that you don't even want their life. Use your brain, don't listen to these people, and start listening to those that are actually where you want to be. This is a simple one, but for some reason, a lot of people get wrong. 11, staying in your hometown is comfortable, easy, and predictable. To grow exponentially, you must leave. Guys, especially if you're from the West, as I said before, you need to leave. It's just too easy. It's too comfortable. You need to break out of that bullshit. Do something hard. Do something that's new. Not only that, I made a video on this. Because it's cheaper, you're able to invest more in your business, or you're able to just live a better life. Not only that, you can just start learning skills for cheaper. If you want to learn fighting, you don't have to pay an arm and a leg to learn fighting. If you want to learn a new instrument or learn a new language personally, you can do all these skills. You can build up your character, your level so much higher in these countries where it's cheaper to do so, and you're still trained by professionals. Obviously, the network as well outside of the West is massive, which is just going to help you a lot. 12, every decision I've feared the most turned out being the best decision I've ever made. Whether this was me, traveling, choosing to make money online, not going to university, these big decisions, all of them turned out being the best decision. So, just goes to show you guys, I'm sure you know, but if you do have those moments where you're fucking shitting bricks about a certain decision, go ahead and do it. A year later, 2 years later, you'll be very happy you made the decision. 13, uni degrees are worthless in business and marketing. Learn from someone who's actually succeeded in a skill and copy them. Guys, your fucking professors at the uni degree do not have a successful business, do not have a successful marketing agency. You do not need to be learning from these people. You need to actually go out, find a successful person that you trust, whether that's YouTube or whatever, buy their course or pay for their mentoring. It'll be fucking 100 times cheaper and it'll be a lot more likely to succeed. 14, Latin America is the best place to live and grow. Best food, people, women, and energy. Truly believe this. One of the better zones to be in the world. Genuinely love this place. 15, being the smartest in the room feels good until you see the growth when it's the opposite. Once I started traveling, it changed for me. I was constantly actually the dumbest or the poorest in the room, and this is actually very good. If you're not in this situation, where you are the poorest or where you do feel like the least intelligent, you're making a mistake. You need to change your environment real quick. This is how you grow exponentially, by getting in rooms where people are doing better than you or people are older than you, these types of things. 16, to live the life you dream of, it takes balls and upsetting loved ones. Obviously, as I said before, you need to go through the fear and, eventually it works out. But not only that, guys, the amount of times I've upset family or even just friends from the decisions I've made is honestly ridiculous. But at the end of the day, if it's your calling, if it's what your gut's telling you, you got to listen to it. And sometimes this is just part of the process. You have to hurt these people, and down the line they'll understand why you made the decisions you made, and they'll respect it. 17, mindset is everything. Ignoring civilians, the news, and getting around winners is all it takes to fix it. the news, the societal programming, all the bullshit can really put your mind in a mess, really get you in fear mode, anxious thoughts, thinking of the worst possible case scenarios, these types of things. Ignore the negative people, ignore the pessimistic, ignore the news, the radio, the bullshit. It's all negative crap. It's not going to help your mind start getting around people that got good mind themselves. And guys, after 6 months, 12 months, you'll be in a much better spot and you'll be on your way. 18, don't try force or convince loved ones to change, win at life, and the ones who want to join the ride will eventually come along. Guys, when I was younger, I constantly wanted to, have my closest friends join the ride of, maybe making money online or coming and traveling with me, these types of things. You cannot force these decisions that you're making for, you can't force your family or your friends to join the ride. Just succeed, enjoy yours, work on yourself, focus on yourself before you focus on others, and really live, the life that you want. And, once they see that you've been doing that for a year, 2 years, the ones that, actually want to join the ride, they will come along. They'll start asking you questions. So don't even waste your time with trying to, convince and getting them on board too early. 19, if no one hates or dislikes you, you're doing something wrong. If no one hates you guys, basically it just means you don't have an opinion, you don't have a voice, and you don't believe in something. And, if you're a young man out there and you actually can't think of, someone that does dislike you or hates you, and it's not many people, you're probably doing something wrong. In being completely honest with you, start actually putting out there what you believe, and don't supplement for nothing. Fucking live your life and say the things that you actually believe. Fuck everyone else and what they think. And in the end of the process, you're just going to fucking upset some people. That's just life. 20, setting yourself up for retirement is the best way to live a shit life in your prime years. Focus on how you can live a wicked life in the next 2 to 3. Constantly, you're going to be around these normal people that are like, yeah, I'm going to buy a house, and, I'm going to get a job, and setting myself up for my retirement, all these types of things. Fucking idiots, man. If you fucking sort your mindset, listen to all these tips here, and actually, take action in your life, you can fucking build and mold your life in a way that you want in the next 2 to 3 years. It does not take 30 years, 40 years for you to just set yourself up. Start thinking about how you can set yourself up and live the exact life you want within 2 to 3 years from now. If your mind is directed towards that, I can guarantee you'll be there a lot quicker. 21, solely investing time for money will keep you broke forever. This is so simple, but so many people don't understand this. You are not going to get ahead if you just keep working a job, and on top of that, you're going to be trapped in your fucking hometown forever. This is, a job's a great way to get the ball rolling, but have a way out, have a plan out, start investing in other things, especially online income, so you can kind of just do both. Work a job while traveling, or working your own hours, or going on as many holidays as you want, these types of things. This reality of 9 to 5 and 4 weeks of holidays and it is what it is type attitude, it's bullshit. You don't have to fall for that life if you don't want to. That's just what normal people go for, because it's secure, comfortable, and it just feels safe. So keep that in mind. 22, trust your gut. Every weird or crazy decision I have made always had initial resistance from the crowd. Years later, I was praised for the same decisions. Guys, whether it was me not going to uni, me not working a full-time job and choosing to make money online, or me not getting the COVID vaccine, or me getting residency in Paraguay, these big decisions that people just genuinely thought were super weird or fucking dumb or crazy. 3 years later, 2 years later, these people are respecting me for these decisions and asking me like how I was able to do that at the time, considering how much resistance there was during that period. Now, it just goes to show you, if you're going to make a big decision in your life, you need to be prepared that this is going to happen to you as well, and just understand that it's a good thing. Eventually, people will realize. 23, consistency has been the main thing that has got me everything that I wanted. If there's one thing that is probably my most strongest skill that I have, it's consistency. And I genuinely think that this is probably the most important skills, disciplines that you can learn. Because if you show up every day, or you show up consistently, within a year, 2 years, 3 years, you're bound to win. And if you can put that one under your belt as well and just go with this, you're gonna win as well. 24, traveling full time is cheaper than living in the West. Now, obviously, it depends where you go, but places like Asia, Latin America, it's honestly cheaper to travel, guys. Not only that, it's more fun, it's a better life, and everything else that I've said about these countries, about why it's better. So basically, just realize it's not as hard as you think. All you need to be making is around $1,500 per month online, and you can be in Asia and Latin America full time as long as you want, and live a very, very good life. That is not living like a rat. That is not backpacking. This is getting Airbnbs, ordering food, being able to actually live a really good life. So keep that in mind. 25, having older brothers is like having cheats to life. Now, this one's not such something for you to take as so, because it probably isn't something that you have, but it's just one thing that I've realized, especially more recently. The fact that I have two older brothers is the reason why I'm at where I'm at today. I was able to grow real quick, toughen up real quick, just learn so many things at an earlier age than most people would have been able to do so. Also, a very competitive environment. So this just gave me a super boost, when it came to, joining the self-development path and growing and becoming the man that I am today. 26, manifestation is real. If you truly believe you'll win and act as though it's already happened, you will eventually get everything you want. If you are half-assed, or you don't fully believe, or you don't put it out there, you don't tell people it's going to happen, it's probably not going to happen, guys. If you want something in life, you need to be prepared to literally say, yep, I'm going to do it. I posted a picture on my Twitter about a month ago of a screenshot with one of my friends. I was in my last year of high school, hadn't done shit with my life yet in terms of making money online, but I was literally saying to him, when he asked me a question, what are you going to do after high school? I said, I'm going to make money online, fuck working for some cunt. I want to travel the world and do what I want. That's literally what I said to him before I had anything, before I had any plan. And what happened? It's exactly what happened. So keep that in mind, guys. If you have something that you want in life and that, it's your true calling, don't be afraid to tell the people around you that, that's what you're going to do. So that wraps up the video, guys, of 26 things I've learned in 26 years. Hopefully you enjoyed that. If you have any questions, obviously hit me up in the comments. This was a fun one and a long one as well. But either way, I think it's a lot of good info for especially the younger men to take. Cheers for this. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.